Hey guys, it's Lego Boy Z3. Today is my 14th Q&A. And so today is my 14th Q&A here, and so I have a nice snow chair here. And if you want to be in the next video like this, then leave comments down in the comment section below. Also, if you want to be in the Q&A, do not leave questions in videos other than this one. I get a lot of questions saying put this in the Q&A on other videos. I will never see those. I will never put those in this video. So leave them on this video. So let's get right into this. V-Cube or Rubik's brand 3x3. I don't know what it is about people, but if you've ever tried a V-Cube 3x3 ever, you will know that it's definitely better than the Rubik's brand. Pretty much any V-Cube is better than the Rubik's brand. That's just how it is. Do you want to test a magnetic 2x2? I think that would be pretty cool. I really want to make one myself, but I don't really know how to go about it because in order to avoid putting just 2 magnets in every single piece, which is not the optimal way to do it, I don't think at least, I'm pretty sure you'd have to put magnets in the internal edges. I don't know if someone can confirm that for me, but yeah, I think that's how you'd have to do it. So yeah, I want to see the mechanism of one at least. Do you prefer stickered or stickless cubes? My dog is here, by the way. If you've seen my collection video, you'll know that I preferred sticker cubes because, like, they have stickers on them. You have a lot of customizability. You can change the shades of it, change what type of stickers you want, things like that. Stickerless cubes are better in some circumstances because you don't have to mess with the stickers at all. It's always going to be perfect. But yeah, in general, I like stickered puzzles a little bit better. What do you average on feat solving? I average like 2 or 3 minutes, something like that. I'm not really good at feat solving at all. But yeah, I might get into it eventually in the future if I have a competition that has it. A lot of people don't really like feat solving, but I kind of think it's a cool event. And I would try it if there was a competition with it. Are you good at math? Well, it just so happened that another person left a sample math problem for me to do. He says, what is 9 plus 10? It is 19. So you guys can judge how good I am at math now. What is the best method for 2x2? Well, you can get pretty good using like Ortega, what I use. But if you want to learn like the best method, you can start by learning CLL, which is basically like a layer by layer method where you solve the first layer and then you just solve everything else in one algorithm. And then from there, there's also a bunch of different sets like EG1 and 2, which will kind of be like a mix between CLL and Ortega. And there's also things like TCLL, I think it's called, that Chris Olsen made, that can help you get even further. But that's just if you're like super duper fast and you're super duper like 2x2. How old were you when you started cubing? I believe I was 8 years old, almost 9 at that point. How can I help my channel grow? By making videos. I made like probably 5 or 10 videos in the first month before I got a single subscriber on YouTube. So yeah, as long as you just make videos and you keep being consistent and making good quality content, then yeah, you'll get bigger on your channel. How long did it take you to get a sub 20 solve? It took me just under 20 seconds. Can I be last in this Q&A? No. But seriously guys, stop leaving those comments, it's annoying. Did you just say square one instead of scube? Yeah, I get those mixed up a lot, and like Pyraminx, because they're such similar puzzles, they have such similar names. It's just kind of hard to like say the right one when you're not really thinking about it sometimes. It's not as bad though. Quick story time. I made an entire Waylong review, like the Waylong 3x3, calling it the Waysu the entire time, which is a 4x4. So yeah, that was kind of a big fail. What are your thoughts about sports stacking? Well, it's kind of cool. It seems like you need to like get down like every single second. Like people like put their hands on the timer a specific way just so they can like grab it as soon as they possibly can. It doesn't seem like there's much room for improvement really, like there is in cubing. Cubing, there's just so many more things to do, so many more events and different puzzles, and they're more difficult and stuff like that. Will you make a 5x5 tutorial? Maybe in the future, but right now, no. It actually is very, very, very difficult to make good tutorials. My 4x4 tutorial took me like probably way over an hour to film it, which is like a 10 or 20 minute video. It just takes so long to film things because you have to get everything right exactly how you say it, and you have to like show every single example. Everything is just kind of hard and it takes up a ton of time. It's not very much fun. You are reading this wrong. You are incorrect. I read it correctly. Can I have a shout out? Yeah, shout out to this guy whose name I blurred out. Disassemble the cube closest to you and reassemble it in 2 minutes. Cube. Have anything in here? Ooh, I do have a cube. This is the one cube I have near me. Here it is. Okay, disassemble it. 3, 2, 1, go. Disassembled. And assemble it in 2 minutes. Okay. There we go. 2 minutes exactly. Would you solve the 22x22 without taking a break for $100,000 and you get water but no food? Well, let's see. It depends on how long it would take to solve it. I would guess if you had a really good turning one, like 10 to 20 hours-ish kind of in there. Which, yeah, I would definitely do that as long as I had a decent turning 22x22, not the 3D printed one that exists now. Is your name Alex? Nah, it's just what everyone calls me. It's on my WCA profile and everything. Nah, my name isn't Alex at all. Were you the first one to find out that the VCube 8 could shapeshift? No, that wasn't actually me. I saw a video from Corin Puzzle, who had a homemade 8x8 that actually shapeshifted just like the VCube did. And then in the comments, somebody asked if the VCube could, and he said that it could. So I'm assuming that he tried that out and did it himself. And then I tried it out and made a video on it because it was so cool. Can you throw a puzzle outside? Let's see. I have a puzzle. I'm outside. Throw. Have you done a one-handed blind solve? No, I actually haven't done that before because I've always thought it would be too hard. But I did try out just doing like a couple of corners only blind solve because I think that algorithm would be the hardest part of doing it. And I actually was able to do it a couple times. So yeah, I might actually try that pretty soon. If you could take out one WCA event and put in a new one, what would it be? I would take out the 3x3 event and replace it with 3x3 with nose. That would be pretty fun. Like, Any suggestion for 3x3 speed solving? Yes, practice. How much time would it take for you to solve all your cubes? This comment was actually posted before I made that video, and it took me just under 6 hours. Have you personally met Felix? Well, if you count walking up to him and asking for an autograph, meeting him, then yeah, I have met him. Why would you sit down and take the time to memorize 132 digits of pi? Because school is really boring, and that's what I do in my classes when I'm bored. How do you feel being one of the fastest growing cubing channels? That's actually a pretty interesting question, because like I looked it up, I made a big list of all the popular cubing channels, and aside from a couple of them, like maybe 5 of them, that have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I'm like the fastest one that there is, like the fastest growing one, period. Which is pretty cool. It's really like interesting that I'm going to be passing a lot of the kind of semi-popular ones pretty soon. So yeah, it's cool. Android or Apple? Well, when it comes to phones, I do use Apple, like iPhones, because it's simple and I don't need anything complicated or anything. But when it comes to like Macs, I would never use a Mac willingly ever, because they're just like, eh. Can you recite tau? Let's see, 6.2822? Would it be 2 or 3? I think it would be 3 actually, because the 5 carries over. I don't know, I could just like add up, like if I wrote down pi twice, I could probably just add up all the digits or multiply it by 2 or something. But no, I can't recite tau. Do you think that Qi has been the dominant brand recently? Personally, I do think that Qi is a little bit better than like MoYu. It depends on who you ask though. Like I really like the Valk 3, which is from Mofengi, and I like a lot of their other puzzles, so yeah, really I think they do have a little bit better cubes than MoYu, but it just kind of balances out eventually. Like I really like MoYu's new cube. So, we'll see. What made you want to change from CFOP to ZZ? Personally, I just kind of like looked up ZZ, I kind of wanted to see how it worked, and I kind of figured it out, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool, because F12 just like goes together perfectly no matter what. And I just really liked that it was so efficient without having to rotate or anything. It's actually really good for OH. I've gotten a lot faster at OH using it, and I just like it better as a method, so I wanted to change. And finally, can you do speed stacks with your cubes? Well, let's find out. And so that is about it for this video. I've been outside for 20 minutes and I don't have gloves on. It's like 5 degrees out here. So I'm going to go inside now. But that's about it for this Q&A. Again, leave comments down in the comments below for next time. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!